All right, so this is still today. We have a blocked class today for anyone playing along at home. So it's still the 19th, but we're working on closure through Jenga. And we're working on this problem right now. Whenever you guys are ready, let me know, and then I can shuffle up and see who gives the answer. Can we, essentially, it's asking us, can you combine any of those with each other? Like, are you able to simplify?
Are we looking at the problem on the board or the problem on my paper?
The problem on the board, because that's what Owen picked for us. So, Owen's team, you ready to tell us if we can combine those or if we can't? Guys, we're on part C.
Yeah, you guys are all doing the wrong thing.
Well, make sure everybody knows. We're going to do a skill training, so make sure everybody knows and writes it down. All good. How you guys doing? You ready? You gotta make sure everyone on your team agrees about the same answer. So if you're not ready, that's okay, but you need to be talking. You ready? All right. So if there are 4 cards, what are each of their chances of being picked? 25%, right? 1 out of 4. Major, tell me how we can simplify that expression.
You can't because there's not like
Yeah. There are no other constants. There are no other x squareds. And there's no other x's. Yeah, whatever Microsoft wants me to see. So that's it. That's as simplified as it gets. You can't combine anything else. Send someone to the tower. 19 is gone. Elijah, pick our next question. 7. Guys, reminder about points. It's either 7 points or 9 points, right? Outer block is 9 points. Middle block is 7. That makes me nervous.
Wait, side block is 9?
Outside is 9 total. Middle is 7 total. Alright, this is your guys' problem. So it's 153 part B. So are we independent or
We're on 153.
we had it on our homework?
Selecting a dog biscuit dog. Eating a turn and getting another one. Is that
You did it.
independent or
You like remember it. Maybe you didn't.
I made it
And this is from like a week or 2 ago.
as like
A reminder, independent, they do not impact each other. Dependent does impact each other. Independent does not impact each other. Dependent does impact. Things change. Between the first and the second thing, like things change. What? I'm just trying to find the page already. Small. How you guys doing? Knock it out.
What did we say over here?
I
think we know that.
There's two different answers.
If you left from like 10
What is your chance when you say this is what I got? What is my chance when I reach in that I pull out a dog biscuit? Okay, so I pull it out, I get my dog biscuit. What is my chance when I reach in again that I get a dog biscuit? Why would I do that? Isn't it full of dog biscuits? Yeah, let's say all of the colors don't matter.
That's not what song do you sing? What popular song? No, like what song did he sing that's popular?
That is the thing.
Yeah, and their thing was that coconuts are
Alright, you guys all got that? Because it's coming to one of you. I don't know who. You ready to give that answer? Alright, bring it back. You got to be ready for the steal. Alright, again, 1 out of 4 chance over there. Jackson, is this independent or dependent?
independent.
Why?
Because when you take one of the things you give it to the dog.
Imagine this is my thing of dog biscuits. And let's say they're all the same flavor, right? I heard some people talking about flavor. So if it's full of dog biscuits and I reach in, what's my chance what I pull out is a dog biscuit? 100%. I give it to my dog. She's still hungry because Marley's always hungry. What's my chance? It's full of dog biscuits. What's my chance I pull out a dog biscuit? Still 100%. So nothing changed. Dependent does change. Independent, nothing changes. Like it's not impact. So independent is correct. Send someone to the tower. So apparently our first team is the Ants. Jackson, you can give your team a name. You can take B or C. Does not matter. Reese's team. Whoever's card jumped out. Reese, pick a number that is not 19 or 7. 6. So you're going to have to read the setup, but I'm going to highlight the main question you're trying to answer. It's 152. 152. So whenever your team is ready, let me know. I don't want to rush you. All right. Sorry, Queen. We got to turn you off. One of my favorite bands. If we want to go there, whoever's talking about favorite things, Queen is up there on favorite bands. All right. So you guys are ready? All of you? All right. 1/4 chance. Elias, has your chance changed when you combine those 2 sticker sheets? Why not? So if each sheet has 2 unicorns and 5 stickers, it's like 2 compared to 5, right? When I double it up, what is it now? 4 compared to 10, it's the same. I mean, there's more, but there's more of both, right? So you don't just get more unicorns, you get more of both. So it's the same, right? The 2 sheets is the same as on the 1 sheet. Send someone to the tower. Make sure you put your points up there. And number 6 is gone. Lakin, pick a number. 12. Ooh, fraction multiplication. You gotta be able to tell me how, and your answer can't just be calculator. You gotta be able to tell me how to do this. It'd be more fun to start with that letter. Like actually use the letter that you've been given.
Over 6. So you're doing 6 over 30. 31 on top. So now, if we on next one, we can multiply this.
So we're going to make this improper. Improper. Right, you remember how to do that? What are those arrows? I am sure. I mean, you can draw the arrows the other way, but it's the same. So if you like the arrows on this way,
But you can put it in a calculator and see what it does. Who is it? What?
How do you multiply fractions?
Please enjoy Starman. Did you learn
All right, you guys ready? You got to tell me how to do it. You do not need to reduce it, right? Like your answer might be able to be reduced. You don't have to. All right, y'all ready then? Y'all ready for this?
Whatever you do, don't forget the negative.
All right, 1 in 4 chance. Leah, talk me through this.
The answer's negative.
That is not talking me through.
Tell us how you got there, Liam.
So in order to change the mixed number, the proper fraction, 6 times 5 is 30 plus 30.
Impropers are easier to work with. So 6 times 5, you said got us what?
30, and then plus 1 is 31.
So we get
6 on the bottom.
boom. Then what?
You multiply by negative 7 over 9.
How do we do that?
You multiply the tops. Top one is going to equal negative 217, and the bottom one is going to equal 54.
Questions on what Liam did? Because it's great. Send someone to the tower.
Good job, Liam.
12 is gone. All right. All right, back around to Caroline's team. Let's see who gets to pick our number. Jackson. Jackson, pick our next number.
I barely touched it. I barely.
We're gonna have to tell. We're going to have to tell Cora that her tower was not as solid as she thought. Jackson, pick our next number before we... 14?
I literally told you not to screw up. What happened?
Yo, there's your next problem. If you're not building the tower, there's your next problem. Thanks, sir.
Wait, so do I add like minus one or something?
It's -6 for knocking it over. Because you got the problem right. So you got points for the problem being right, and then you lost points for the tower. So you end up at -6. Well, yeah, so it takes 6 from your score. So now you guys are at... You gonna be able to pick that up, Jimmy? It's a little tough. There you go. Oh, there you go. You got a perpendicular. No, you're right. You were right. No, yeah, now you're right. Sorry, I couldn't see what you were going for. You also are welcome at some point, not now, but as you see that some people have started like making blocks to leave their mark on here. So like somebody did like Mario, like pixelated Mario, right? But if you want to, like in 8th grade, you get to make a ceiling tile. But in 7th grade, if you want to leave just a little mark on the building, you are welcome to decorate a block at some point outside of class. The B classes, right? They had, when we blocked last week, they totally finished Jenga and had free time afterwards. So a lot of them decorated blocks after Jenga. If we get done, you might be able to do the same thing. But right now, we're on 154A, trying to simplify if possible. Simplify if possible. Remember, Jackson, this is your team's problem, so we should all be talking. So we could color code.
Already.
Color code terms that can be combined or not.
5. These are subtract. So we have 5 minus 3. Yeah, so 1x is next. What is our amount?
But haven't you been saying something all that minus has a negative impact?
Oh wait, no, these are minus. I think our x's are wrong.
With our x.
So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's -7.
Is this an x now? Is this an x?
7.
Can we put them together? The 8 and the x.
No.
The other one's positive.
So let's try it again.
Make sure you get the
Highlight
answer.
negative 3.
Oh, yeah, there's an x. No, it's not
Negative 4x.
No.
Yeah, it's an x value, right? That's an x value.
And then
That's positive x.
5 plus 3. Okay, 3 is what you're doing.
And then we have any more x values. There we go. So now I've got a skills.
And we subtract a negative. It's positive.
So is this a function? No,
I knew it now. I understand.
Yes. So highlight that.
Good job.
What's our other constant?
So hang on, we need to look back at this again.
And remember, subtraction really has a negative impact. So remember that, like minus 4x, that's really negative. That's really a negative 4x.
Plus 8. Subtracting a negative is plus 3x.
What happens with minus and negative? Yeah, becomes positive.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I meant to say.
you're working with everyone. I'm gonna walk away. You have a 25% chance of this question coming to you.
Write it negative.
Don't do what I did.
When you made that positive before you could work with it. So you guys know you could keep doing other problems. If you're waiting on that team, like you could move on to another problem and have them done. This is gonna turn into homework, right? You guys ready? So everyone's got answer written. I'm not going to set you up for failure. I'm not going to call on your team until you're actually ready for this problem. That means your 11 classmates spend the next 10 minutes waiting for you to grow up right now and answer to your homework. We're doing your homework together in class. When your team is ready, everybody let me know. I can bend over. I'm not that old. Thank you, though. What's going to happen with that minus negative? Yeah, I'd go ahead and note that right now. So then we're doing fraction, like addition or subtraction. Well, that was the middle of my sentence. We have a denominator of 15, a denominator of 45. Are we going to be able to work with those to do addition? Right, because we said this is going to turn into addition. Now be careful, that doesn't mean the problem will be positive. That means this turns into addition of a positive. But it depends on which is bigger, right? Because this is still negative. So before we can add these, what do we need to make happen? Yeah, so can 45 turn into 15, or could 15 turn into 45, or do they both have to change? Yeah, how can it become 45? What? By what? So, you're on bottom. So I'm going to erase this. So we have a spot to like put the next. Yeah, so if we get 20. Now make sure you bring the negative with you. So negative 27 over 45. And then plus, right? We said that turns into plus 26 over 45. Jackson, put the highlighters away. Away. In the bin. You're responsible. Sorry. Is your team ready? Alright, we're going to give it a shot. I'll let you be the master of your destiny. Take chart. Jackson, bring it back up. Bring it back up. Jackson, talk me through how we get where we're going. Ooh, hold on. You said all the x's. So I'm going to start with, I got a negative x. What's my next x? Negative 4x. Ooh, positive x. Negative 3x. Yeah, so my negatives make negative 8x, but I still have that positive x. I disagree. that 4 and 3 and 1, the ones I've circled so far, that gets us to -8. We still have plus x. So -7x down here, because once we bring this with our x's, right, that's going to add a positive x, right? Just one, it bumps us back up positive. So now we're at -7x. Maybe you should do this. You might be like, all right, this seed is actually comfortable.
Jimmy, why don't you turn around so you can see what we're doing? 5 over 3.
Now that you're turned around.
That's why he's kicking you.
5 plus 3 is what now? 8. So -7x plus 8. Send someone to the tower.
Don't make it fall over. We're fire.
Yeah, honestly, guys, at this point, it's not like, I guess you guys are tied, but like you could just go for safe points. You could go for safe points. Who jumped out? Clayton, pick a number. 2. What is the probability Erica will spin even on her next spin? What is the probability she will spin even? Yeah. You have 30 seconds to do anything you want at the tower. But to get to the tower, we gotta have right answers. And if you're not participating with your team, I doubt they're gonna let you go up. So if you want to do a sabotage, do the event step 1.
Well, how many
So be careful though. Are they the same size as each other? How much of a spinner is the 2? So what fractions are fractions? Because fractions are sometimes easier. What fraction is the 2? What? How much of the spinner is just the 2?
No, you got it, Jimmy.
How much of the spinner is the 2? What fraction is 25%? You were right, 25%. Close. How many are we broken up into right now? If we count this, it's a fourth, right? So this is a fourth of it.
Whoa! Probably.
Now the question is, how big is the section that is full? So work with your team. Your team knows what's going on. I think they got it happening. Make sure we got our shape. Any chance of the tower? How big is the section that has 2? So does everyone know that? Do we all have it on our paper? Because you're not even looking at the right problem. How big is the section that has 2? A fourth. So I think we should all probably write that somewhere, that the 2 section, like I'd put it over beside the 2. That's a fourth big, right? Now the tricky part is how big is the section that has the 4? How big? Does everyone see how we got that? That's a 6, right? Because that's half of it is broken into 3. If you did the same thing on the other side of it, imagine it's like a pizza, right? Then you'd have 6 slices. So now we need to put those together. Right? We need to add those fractions. So be careful. Adding fractions is tricky. Be careful. Miss Hassanane's advisory has lunch with her again. She asked us to remind you guys. All right, Clayton's team, how you guys doing? I don't know what that means. Okay. Well, we have like 1 minute left is the reason I'm asking. Hey guys, the trap door here, this section that is for, your brain might try to call it a third. But it's a third of the half. Like, because 1, 2, 3, right? It's a 6. Right? So that 4 section is a 6. The 2 section is 1/4. What do we need? Hey, we're finishing this problem before we're getting out of here. What do we need before we're able to add fraction? Hey, so I'm going to be straight up with you guys. This is going to be an exit ticket. If you don't have this problem done, you're not going to lunch. This needs written down on your paper to get released to lunch. I realize that apparently with your class, I'm going to have to put some things on the line to make it like, okay, what if I don't do this? Okay, well, you don't get to go to lunch. Your exit ticket, if you want me to call Dr. Flynn down here, he can talk to you about it. Exit tickets get used a lot. Your way out of my class is doing what I ask. What do we need before we can add or subtract fractions? Common denominators. Between 4 and 6, where could they meet? 12. So we're going to do times 3 on top and bottom over there, times 2 on top and bottom right there. So we end up with what? 5/12. So we're going to end up with 3/12 plus 2/12, 5/12. When you can show it to me or Mrs. Fisher, then you can pack up and go. I don't know if you can talk to Fisher as common denominators, but I'll accept it as long as you know how. I know you know what you're doing, but that's not really like your work's over there. That's okay. You're fine. You're fine. You got it? No. Got it, Whitney? Good. Either of us? Good.